Good morning everyone. In this video, I am going to present about amplitude modulation. After listening to this particular lesson, the various outcomes you will be able to analyze are define amplitude modulation, derive the time domain equation for AM, frequency spectrum of AM, bandwidth of AM, modulation index of AM, and finally the applications of AM. So this particular video is based on amplitude modulation. So before going to start of the class, let me give brief introduction what we studied in the last class. We studied basic elements of communication system. The basic elements of communication system are transmitter, communication channel or medium, and receiver. In most systems, a human generates a message that we call it as information or intelligence signal. The signal is given as input to the transmitter, which then transmits the message over the communication channel. The message is picked up by the receiver and is related to another station. Along the way, noise is added in the channel. We also studied different forms of noise. Noise is a general term applied to any interference or unwanted information that degrades the transmitted information. The various elements of communication system which we studied in the previous videos are transmitter. The transmitter comprising electrical and electronic components converts the message signal into a suitable form for propagating over the communication medium. This is often achieved by modulation of the carrier signal, that is, high frequency signal to carry the message signal, which may be an electromagnetic wave. This wave is often referred to as modulated signal. That signal is applied to a communication channel. The communication channel is the medium by which electronic signal is transmitted from one place to another. There are basically two types of communication medium, namely line communication and radio communication. Telephony, telegraphy comes under line communication. The simplest form of line communication may be a pair of wire that carry the signal from one end to other end. Coaxial cables are also preferred over a pair of wires as they provide greater bandwidth, lower losses, and higher operating frequencies. In the present days, the communication medium for telephone is the fiber optic cable carrying the message on a light wave. Communication system with fiber optic cables are immune to crosstalk and electromagnetic interference, unlike coaxial cables. Radio communication. Radio communication is a wireless communication requiring no physical wire between transmitter and receiver to carry the signal. The signals sent through the free space or air. Next, that particular signal is received by the receiver. The receiver is the collection of electronic components and circuits that accept the transmitted message from the channel and convert it back into a form understandable by humans. It may be a earphone or complex electronic receiver. Along the channel, the noise is added. We studied about different types of noise. Noise is an unwanted form of energy tending to interfere with the proper reception and reproduction of transmitted signals. Noise can be either man-made noise or natural noise. Natural noise includes noise produced in nature. Man-made noise is noise produced by electrical ignition system of cars, electrical motors, fluorescent light, etc. We studied about various forms of noise, external noise. We also studied about internal noise. And we also studied about the modulation. Modulation is the process by which some characteristics of the high frequency carrier signal is varied in accordance with the instantaneous value of message signal. The signal containing information or intelligence to be transmitted is known as a modulating signal or message signal. It is also known as baseband signal. The term baseband designates the band of frequencies representing the signal supplied by the source of information. So, need for modulation. The main purpose of a modulation in a communication system is to generate a modulated signal which is suitable for transmission over the communication channel. The other uses of modulation are for ease of radiation. Modulation is used to overcome antenna height. Modulation is basically used for the purpose to avoid mixing of the channels and to reduce the noise and interference. We use the modulation. For multiplexing of many channels, we use the modulation. We can adjust the bandwidth so that signal to noise ratio can be improved for proper reproduction. So modulation is the process by which some characteristics of the carrier signal is varied in accordance with the amplitude of the message signal. We also studied in the previous classes different types of modulation techniques, analog modulation techniques, digital modulation techniques. Analog modulation techniques are classified into amplitude modulation, angle modulation. Angle modulation is further divided into phase modulation and frequency modulation. We also defined what is amplitude modulation. Amplitude modulation is the simplest form in olden day communication system. It is the olden day communication system. AM is the earlier version of the modulation scheme. AM applications include broadcasting in medium and high frequency applications and CB radio. So AM is widely used for broadcasting of the radio channels. So it is defined as the process in which amplitude of the carrier is varied in accordance with the baseband signal. So it is the process, amplitude modulation is defined as the process in which the amplitude of the carrier wave is varied in accordance with the instantaneous amplitude of the message signal, keeping the frequency and phase of the carrier wave constant. So let us see the waveform for amplitude modulated signal. The information signal varies the instantaneous amplitude of the carrier. That is the process of amplitude modulation. So this waveform is a message signal. It is a low frequency signal. It is a time domain signal. The amplitude of this particular message signal is varying with respect to time. It is a low frequency signal. The voltage is varying with respect to time. And this signal is a having low energy and low power level and therefore cannot be radiated through antenna. There is no efficient radiation. Even if you are able to radiate it through antenna, the signal cannot go to long distance. Hence, we have adopted the process called modulation. So what is a modulation? We make use of a carrier. See this waveform, it is a high frequency signal. The amplitude of this particular carrier signal is varied with respect to time. It is a time domain carrier signal. The cycles are closer so that its frequency is high compared to the message signal. And by making use of this particular carrier signal, the message is processed. So there are three parameters of the carrier. One is phase of the carrier. It is starting at t equal to 0 degrees. And it has the amplitude of the carrier. It has frequency of the carrier. So this is time period. Frequency is equal to 1 by t. So there are three parameters of the carrier signal. In amplitude modulation, we take the amplitude of the carrier, and the amplitude of the carrier is varied in accordance with the amplitude of the message signal. That means from here to here, the amplitude of the message signal is increasing. So we need to increase the amplitude of the carrier. So message amplitude, carrier amplitude is to be increased. From here to here, from this instant to this instant, from 0.25 in this particular example, from 0.25 milliseconds to 0.75 milliseconds, the amplitude of the message signal is decreasing, and therefore the amplitude of the carrier cycles are to be decreased. So where is the message signal placed? This is the message signal. It is placed on varying amplitude of the carrier. It is placed on varying amplitude of the carrier. So before modulation, when we take unmodulated carrier, that means before modulation, the carrier has cycles have amplitude, equal amplitudes, whereas after modulation, the carrier cycles have varying amplitudes. These varying amplitudes are directly proportional to the amplitude of the message signal. When message amplitude is increasing, carrier amplitude is to be increased. When message amplitude is decreasing, the carrier amplitude is to be decreased. So we will be getting the amplitude variations. So the message signal is impressed upon the varying amplitudes of the carrier. This we call it as a envelope of the modulated signal. This waveform is the amplitude modulated waveform where the amplitude of the carrier signal is varied in accordance with the amplitude of the message signal. The message is placed onto the varying amplitudes of the carrier. So AM is a nonlinear process. Nonlinear means if we add two waveforms, A times M1 of t plus B times M2 of t, we are not getting A times of M1 of t plus M2 of t. It is not obeying the principle of superposition. It is obtained by adding message signal to the carrier signal. How do you get the AM waveform? When message signal is added to the carrier signal, we will be getting the AM waveform. It contains carrier and sum and difference of carrier frequency and message signal frequency. So when message signal is added to the carrier, we are again getting the carrier signal as an output. In addition to that, we are getting a sum of carrier frequency and difference of carrier frequencies and message frequencies. For example, if the carrier is of frequency Fc, the message signal is of frequency Fm, at the output, we are getting carrier frequency Fc and some frequency, that is Fc plus Fm, and we are also getting the difference frequency, that is Fc minus Fm. So we are getting carrier sum and difference of the frequencies. So when we do the modulation, we are getting the parameter called modulation index. This parameter is particularly useful in order to get the faithful modulation process. It is defined as the ratio between the amplitude of the modulating signal and the carrier signal. So modulation index is defined as M or sometimes mu. It is defined as the ratio of amplitude of the message signal to the amplitude of carrier. Let EM is the amplitude of the message signal and EC is the amplitude of the carrier, or you can also take as voltage. VM is the voltage of the message signal, VC is the voltage of the carrier. Then modulation index is defined as ratio of amplitude of message signal to the carrier signal. This parameter is useful. We will see the effects of this parameter. By varying this parameter, I will be able to get the different AM waveforms. So bandwidth is a particularly important. Signal bandwidth is important characteristics of any modulation scheme. In general, a narrow bandwidth is desirable. Why narrow bandwidth is desirable? If a signal occupies less bandwidth, it takes only less frequency spectrum, and thereby we can provide more number of channels. That is the use of the bandwidth. If the bandwidth occupied for a particular channel is less, we can accommodate more number of channels. So if we take band AM wave, the bandwidth, if we calculate, it is equal to 2 times the highest frequency present in the given message signal. So when we draw the frequency spectrum of the AM wave, we are getting the bandwidth, which is equal to 2 times the highest frequency present in the given message signal. Now let us derive the time domain equation for AM wave. The peak value of the carrier is the reference point for modulating signal. The value of the modulating signal is added to the peak value of the carrier. That means when message signal is added to the carrier signal, we are able to get the amplitude modulated signal. This is the expression. Let V1 is the instantaneous amplitude. It is a time varying quantity. Let me take it as V1 of t. It is a time domain signal. So when voltage is added, voltage carrier voltage is added to the message signal. It is the process by varying amplitude of the carrier according with the amplitude of the message signal. The small v defines the instantaneous time domain signal. So this is the value, amplitude value when the amplitude of the carrier is added to the message signal. That means amplitude of the carrier Vc plus the message signal is Vm sin omega mt, where Vc is called the amplitude of the carrier, Vm is called the amplitude of the message signal, omega m is the angular frequency of the message signal, which is nothing but 2 pi fm, where fm is called the frequency of the message signal. So we are getting the time domain voltage, instantaneous amplitude when carrier amplitude is added to the message signal. The instantaneous value of the envelope. Envelope means the peak value of the carrier that is obtained by algebraic addition of peak value of the carrier. So we are providing, we take the carrier amplitude and this we are changing according with the amplitude of the message signal. When Vm increases, Vc plus Vm increases. When Vm decreases, Vc plus Vm decreases. That is why we are providing instantaneous value of the envelope of the carrier that is obtained by algebraic addition of the peak value of the carrier and instantaneous value of the modulating signal. So Vc is the peak value of the carrier, and as t varies, sin omega t varies, and therefore Vm into sin omega t varies. So this is the instantaneous value of the message signal. So when the peak value of the carrier is added to the instantaneous value of the modulated signal, we are getting the changes in the amplitude of the carrier. Okay, so we are taking a carrier voltage, the peak value of the carrier signal, and that is added to the instantaneous value, and therefore this value is changing as per the variations in the instantaneous amplitude of the message signal. So there are variations in the envelope of the carrier wave. Okay, that means this variation, that is Vc plus Vm sin omega t, these are the amplitude variations. When it is multiplied by sin omega ct, we will be getting the waveform. This is the expression for amplitude modulated signal. So how do you get the amplitude modulated signal? Take the carrier peak value, that is Vc, add it to the instantaneous value of the message signal. What is the instantaneous value? As t varies, every instant of time, sin omega mt varies, Vm into sin omega mt varies. The message signal is varying in amplitude with respect to time, that we call it as instantaneous amplitude. That instantaneous amplitude is added to the peak value of the carrier amplitude. We get the variations in the amplitude. when it is multiplied by sine omega ct cycles, we will be getting the variations in the amplitude. So initially, what is the amplitude of the carrier? Vc sine omega ct. Omega c is the carrier angular frequency. 2 pi fc. Fc is the carrier frequency. Before modulation, this parameter is 0. Vm sine omega t is 0. That means carrier is equal to Vc sine omega ct. When carrier amplitude is taken and it is added to the instantaneous amplitude of the carrier, we will be getting the variations in the amplitude of the carrier according with the variations in the amplitude of the message signal. It need not be sine. You can also take it as cos. Vc plus Vm cos omega mt into cos omega ct. It is a sinusoidal signal. Message is a sinusoidal signal. Carrier is also a sinusoidal signal. It need not be sine. You can also take it as cosine. This can be sine. This can be cosine. Or this can be cosine. This can be sine. Both cosine. There is no problem because the time domain signal is varying with respect to either sine or cosine. That means the sinusoidally there are variations. Okay. So when amplitude of the carrier is added to amplitude of the message signal, instantaneous amplitude of the message signal, we will be getting the variations in the amplitude of the carrier, then multiplied by sine omega ct, we will be getting the variations in the carrier cycle, and the amplitude is changing as for this. This is changing. Vc plus Vm sine omega t is also changing. Then it is multiplied Vc into sine omega ct plus Vm sine omega mt into sine omega ct. So we are getting two terms. One is the carrier plus carrier multiplied by message. So AM wave consists of two parts. The first part is the carrier wave. When message is added to the carrier, we are getting first part carrier, and the second part is the carrier. This is carrier multiplied by message signal or modulating signal. So this is nothing but AM wave. When message signal is added to the carrier, we will be getting, when the peak amplitude of the carrier is added to the instantaneous amplitude of the message signal, we will be getting the variations in the amplitude of the carrier. Due to that, we will be getting the two terms in the AM modulated signal. So one term is the carrier is again generated, and the second term is the carrier multiplied by the message signal is generated. So an AM wave consists of carrier plus carrier multiplied by the message signal. This is the amplitude modulated signal as we have seen. Here there is no change in the amplitude of the message signal. So carrier amplitude remains same. Here amplitude of the message signal is increasing. From here to here amplitude of the message signal is increasing. So carrier cycle amplitudes to be increased. From here to here the amplitude of the message signal is decreasing. Carrier cycles amplitude to be decreased. So this is nothing but envelope. The envelope is nothing but Vc, means the peak value of the carrier amplitude plus Vm sine omega mt. That means it is the message signal Vc plus m of t. Message is like this. This is the message signal. It is there on Vc. The message signal is placed on to a voltage of Vc. This voltage is Vc. This voltage is nothing but Vc plus Vm. This voltage is nothing but Vc minus Vm, because from here to here it is Vm, maximum amplitude of the message signal. From here to here also maximum amplitude of the message signal. So this Vc plus Vm, this amplitude is Vc plus Vm. This amplitude is equal to Vc because the message amplitude is 0 here. This amplitude is Vc minus Vm. So we will be getting the maximum and minimum magnitudes of the AM wave. This is called maximum magnitude of the AM wave. The maximum magnitude of the AM wave results when message signal is having maximum amplitude. When the message signal is having minimum amplitude, we are getting V minimum. So we will be getting the maximum and minimum amplitude of the modulated signal. Okay. So this is the AM waveform. There are variations in the amplitude of the carrier cycle as per the variations in the amplitude of the message signal. When message amplitude is 0, the modulated signal has amplitude is equal to Vc, this voltage. When message signal is having maximum amplitude Vm, this is already Vc plus Vm. This peak value is Vc plus Vm. This parameter is a Vc and it is lowered by a value Vm. So this minimum voltage is Vc minus Vm. And there are so many variations in the amplitude of the message signal as per the amplitude variations of the so many variations in the carrier signal as per the amplitude variations of the message signal. So we will be getting the maximum in value and minimum value on the amplitude modulated signal. Once again, it is a time domain plot. When there is no change in the message amplitude, carrier cycles have the amplitude is equal to Vc. This is Vc. Amplitude of the message signal is increasing. Vc plus Vm increases. Here message signal amplitude is decreasing. Vc plus Vm decreases. So you will be getting the variations in the amplitude of the carriers. Similarly for the negative cycles also. Not only for positive cycles, we are getting the variations in the negative cycles also. This is unmodulated carrier. There is no message. Message is 0 here. When message is increasing, carrier cycle amplitude is increasing. When message amplitude is decreasing, carrier cycle amplitude is decreasing. So let us once again define what is amplitude modulation. Amplitude modulation is the process of varying amplitude of the carrier signal in accordance with the instantaneous voltage of the modulating signal. Modulating signal is also called as information signal or message signal. So we vary the amplitude of the carrier directly proportional with the instantaneous voltage of the message signal. And we also derived the expression for AM wave as AC into 1 plus M cos omega mt into cos omega ct. M is called modulation index. This represents a carrier at a frequency of omega c whose amplitude is modulated by another signal with frequency omega m. So when we take this particular signal, this time domain signal, if I take Vc outside, we get Vc into 1 plus Vm by Vc into this pair. Vc into 1 plus M. This parameter is called as modulation index. Vc or AC. AC into amplitude of the carrier into 1 plus this is a Vm by Vc or Am by AC. Amplitude of the message signal by amplitude of the carrier. It is called modulation index. So it can be either cosine or sine. So the expression for AM wave is AC into 1 plus M cos omega mt into cos omega ct. AC is the amplitude of the carrier. M is called modulation index. Omega m is the angular frequency of the message signal, which is equal to 2 pi fm. FM is called frequency of message signal, and 2 pi FC, omega c is 2 pi FC, where FC is called carrier frequency. So we are taking amplitude of the carrier. Amplitude of the carrier is changed according with the amplitude of the message signal. And therefore we have carrier frequency omega c and message signal frequency omega m. So all the waveforms are shown here. This is a message signal, low frequency signal, which we want to transmit from one end to the other end. And we make use of the carrier. This is the carrier, high frequency carrier. When message amplitude is increasing, the carrier cycle amplitude is increasing. Your message amplitude is decreasing, the carrier cycle amplitude is decreasing. This is the AM modulated signal. This message, a low frequency message signal, is placed onto the varying amplitudes of the carrier. The message signal is impressed upon the envelope of the carrier. So there are variations. This AM wave can be easily applied to an antenna and can be radiated into space. At the sending end, this waveform we are transmitting. This carries the message signal in the amplitude variations, and at the receiving end, this signal is picked up from this received AM modulated signal. We are making use of envelope detector to get back the envelope of the modulated signal. Envelope means the peak value of the modulated signal, which is nothing but AM wave can be recovered at the distant end. So here you can see the display in a more clarity way, which was displayed on digital CRO. The amplitude, this red indicates the message signal. This indicates the carrier amplitude varying, carrier amplitude increasing when message amplitude is decreasing. Carrier amplitude decreases when message amplitude is decreasing. See, here message amplitude is very low. The carrier cycle will have low amplitude, and message amplitude is increasing here. So carrier amplitude also increasing. Message amplitude is decreasing. Carrier amplitude decreases, and so on. For every cycle of the message signal, this is following till the message is over. So this is the time domain equation for AM is V of t or S of t equal to AC into 1 plus m cos omega mt into cos omega ct, where m is called modulation index, which is defined as AM by AC, which is called modulation index. So V is the voltage of AM signal, and at instant of time. This is at instant of time. We also call it as V of t. It is varying with respect to time. So depending upon the modulation index, this parameter is 1 plus m, 1 plus something is there. So as m varies, 1 plus something varies into AC varies, and we are getting the variations in the amplitude of the carrier. So where AC is the amplitude of the carrier, AC is multiplied by this parameter. In this parameter, we have the message signal. So M contains AM by AC, AM by AC, AM cos omega mt is the message signal. So we have amplitude of the message signal. Now let us see the frequency spectrum of AM wave. To find the frequency spectrum of AM wave, so let us have two components in this. AC into cos omega ct into 1. AC into cos omega ct. The next one is AC into m into cos omega mt into cos. There are two, it is product of these two. AC is common, cos omega ct plus m into cos omega ct into cos omega mt. It is cos omega, cos A, cos B. So cos A, cos B equal to 1 by 2 into cos sum plus cos difference. Cos A into cos B equal to 1 by 2 into cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B. It is a mathematical formula. So cos omega mt into cos omega ct product, which is equal to 1 by 2 into cos sum plus cos difference. So what are the frequencies present in this? There are three frequencies present in this. One is omega ct, the other one is omega c plus omega m, the third one is omega c minus omega m, angular frequencies. When we take in terms of the original frequencies, we have fc, here fc plus fm, here fc minus fm. So there are three angular frequency components present in the frequency spectrum of AM. One is omega c plus omega m, and the third one is omega c minus omega m. Omega c corresponds to Fc, carrier frequency, Fc plus Fm, upper sideband frequency, Fc minus Fm. This we call it as lower sideband frequency. So how many frequencies are there in the AM wave? There are three frequencies present in the AM wave. One is carrier frequency. The second one is upper sideband frequency, USB frequency. And the third one is the lower sideband frequency, Fc minus Fm. So it contains Fc, Fc plus Fm, Fc minus Fm. So when you draw the spectrum, so we studied what is a frequency domain or representation of the signal. It is a variation of the amplitude with respect to frequency. So AM wave consisting of three frequency components. One is omega c. Omega c plus omega m is higher than omega c, so it comes right side. And omega c minus omega m is less than omega c, so it comes left side. See, this is amplitude. This amplitude is higher. It is AC. The next one is MAC by 2. These are side bands. MAC by 2 is less than AC. And therefore, these amplitudes of the side bands are equal and it is less than the carrier amplitude. So, AM wave consisting of three frequencies. One is FC. The second one is upper sideband, FC plus FM. The third one is FC minus FM. So AM wave contains three frequencies, FC, FC plus FM, FC minus FM. So this is the frequency spectrum of AM. So frequency spectrum of AM contains, it is a graphical representation of amplitude or Fourier transform of the AM wave with respect to frequency. So AM wave contains carrier frequency, upper sideband and the lower sideband. Three components are present. This is the frequency spectrogram of AM. It is displayed on the spectrum analyzer. So two sidebands, green and carrier is red in the middle, right side, upper sideband, left side, lower sideband when it is displayed on the frequency spectrum. And these are the voltage measurements. This is the maximum voltage on the modulated signal. This voltage is the carrier voltage. And this is the minimum voltage. This is EC. Maximum voltage is equal to EC plus EM. EM is the amplitude of the message signal. So this voltage is nothing but EC plus EM or VC plus VM. This voltage is not below EC. So this is E minimum is EC minus EM or VC minus VM. The peak value of the carrier is the reference point for the modulating signal. The value of the modulating signal is added to the peak value of the carrier signal. Then we will be getting the message. Subtracted means negative cycles. When it is going negative, it is subtracted. So we get VC plus VM, VC plus VM sin omega mt, We are getting the instantaneous value of the carrier now. So the instantaneous value of the envelope of the carrier, that is obtained by the algebraic addition of the peak value of the carrier and instantaneous value of the modulating signal. So we will be getting the variations in the amplitude of the carrier. And finally, we obtained this equation, Vc plus Vm sine omega mt into sine omega ct. And we are getting two terms. One is a Vc sine omega ct. The second one is Vm sine omega mt into sine omega ct. It contains carrier. It contains multiplication of carrier and message signal. So this expression consists of the first part is the carrier. The second part is the carrier wave multiplied by the modulating signal. See once again the time domain plot. There is no change in the amplitude of the message signal, no change in the carrier cycles. Amplitude of the message signal is increasing, the carrier cycle amplitude to be increased. Here the amplitude of the message signal is decreasing, the carrier cycle amplitude is to be decreased. So we are getting the variations in the amplitude. So the message signal is placed onto the envelope of the carrier. And we also defined what is a modulation index. The amount by which the message signal amplitude is changed in modulation depends on the ratio between the amplitude of the modulating signal and the carrier signal. In order to get proper amplitude modulation, the modulating signal voltage should be less than the carrier voltage. Always we keep the message signal amplitude should be less than the carrier amplitude. That means the modulation index, which is the ratio of volt message signal amplitude to the carrier amplitude. Modulation index M equal to Vm by Vc. Vm should be less than Vc, and therefore the modulation index should be always less than 1. When it is equal to 1, it is called critical modulation, the maximum modulation. So modulation index, it is a relation showing the amplitude of the message signal and the carrier signal. Modulation index is defined as the ratio of the message signal amplitude to the carrier amplitude, and it should be always less than or equal to 1, and it should be greater than 0 because the message signal should have got certain amplitude. So it is also known as modulation factor. The other name is a degree of modulation, or we also call it as a depth of modulation. What is the expression for modulation index? Modulation index equal to Vm by Vc. Vm should be less than Vc, and therefore M should be less than 1. M is called modulation index. Vm is called modulating signal voltage. Vc is called carrier voltage. So how do you define modulation index? It is defined as the ratio of amplitude of the message signal to amplitude of the carrier signal. Usually the value of Vm is less than Vc, and hence the value of modulation index is less than or equal to 1. It is less than 1. Critical case when Vm is Vc, it is equal to 1. That is 100% modulation. For all practical purposes, the value should be greater than 0 and less than or equal to 1 for faithful reproduction of the signal. When Vm exceeds Vc, what happens? M becomes greater than 1. M is Vm by Vc. When Vm is greater than Vc, M becomes greater than 1. So this causes severe distortions in the modulated signal. This we call it as over modulation. There should not be any over modulation. When amplitude of the message signal is greater than the amplitude of the carrier, then it causes over modulation. Over modulation results distortion in the envelope of the signal. The amplitude of the signal is greater than the carrier signal. Therefore, the portion of the envelope of the modulated signal crossing the zero axis will be clipped off, and therefore it is advisable to avoid over modulation. So otherwise what happens? Original signal cannot be recovered properly. So over modulation, that means the value of modulation index greater than 1 results in distortion of the message signal due to over modulation. The envelope of the AM wave never follow the shape of the message signal. The over modulation causes severe distortion. The modulated signal will be cut off at negative frequencies. Hence, it is necessary to avoid over modulation. In order to avoid over modulation, we have to keep the message signal amplitude always less than the carrier amplitude. Percentage modulation, when the modulation index, when it is multiplied by 100, we get the percentage modulation. This is modulation index, Vm by Vc, amplitude of the message signal by amplitude of the carrier. When it is multiplied by 100, we get the percentage modulation. If Vm equal to 0.5 volts, if amplitude of the message signal is 0.5 volts and amplitude of the carrier signal is 1 volt, then we get 0.5 by 1 into 100, it is equal to 50% modulation. We call this AM wave as 50% amplitude modulated signal. These are the voltage measurements. We have carrier amplitude, carrier plus message amplitude, maximum value, carrier minus message amplitude, minimum value. These are the AM waves at different frequencies. These are the carrier cycles here. This is the message envelope. It is changing. As the value of M increases, it is going like this. When M becomes 1, then it is touching. This minimum value is Vm minus Vc. The minimum value is Vc minus Vm. When Vc equal to Vm, the minimum value becomes 0. Therefore, this is the case where M equal to 1. This is the case where M equal to 0.3. As M increases, M equal to 0.8. As M increases, it is coming close to the time axis. When M becomes 1, when amplitude of message signal becomes amplitude of the carrier signal, then this negative peak strikes the x-axis. When M is greater than 1, it is still going into negative axis, and here there will be a distortion present. So over modulation should not be there. These are the AM waves for different values of modulation index. And this AM wave amplitude is changing as the value of M increases. We will be getting more modulation index. This is 100% modulation. This is over modulation. This is 50% modulation. Message signal will be recovered properly. 100% modulation. This is the extent, maximum extent of modulation. This is 150% modulation, means here it goes into negative axis. Thereby there is a distortion in the amplitude modulated signal. So these are the different waveforms. If we have 3 modulation indices, M1, M2 and M3, then the total modulation index will be root of M1 square plus M2 square plus M3 square. So in this lesson, we studied about the definition of AM. We derived the time domain equation for AM, frequency spectrum of AM, bandwidth of AM, modulation index of AM, and these are the assessment questions. Define amplitude modulation, draw the time domain plot of AM signal, derive the time domain equation for AM wave, draw the frequency spectrum of AM, define bandwidth of AM signal, mention the applications of AM, define modulation index of AM, mention the effects of over modulation.